Hey, what's up, family? Today I want to talk to you about fear and how fear is created to expand your consciousness awareness. Fear is created to expand your consciousness awareness. In my previous video, towards the end, I was talking about, and how you can use fear as a tool to help you expand. You know, um, if you choose to ignore situations, it shelters and limits your consciousness awareness. You're expanding in your consciousness awareness, and it stops you. If you limit yourself in any way possible, it limits yourself totally. And you know, fear is something that people try to avoid. They literally avoid it and can't observe it because you know, people make excuses when they hear fear. Um, the most common thing is if you talk about something negative or fear-based, um, they automatically say, "Oh, you're creating this or you're creating that," so on and so forth. But the thing is that we're not creating anything. We are helping you. Maybe
there's a bunny out in this yard again.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, I saw it. Look. See?
Oh yeah, there it is.
There's rocks back here.
Yeah. Okay, just watch it from back here so it can eat. I got a little baby bunny and my son was telling me about it. That's pretty cool. Um, anyways, you know, when somebody talks about fear, it's to make you aware that things can happen. Things can happen, and are you prepared for it? Is it true that you can create your reality? Yes, it is, but you don't create the tests entirely. Um, you know, tests are made to test how you're going to handle situations, in furthering your expansion of your consciousness awareness. And fear falls into that category. And, like I said in the previous video, right now, you're going to really be tested in this physical reality, on how you.
I gave my eat. I let it on the grass. Leave on the grass.
You're going to be tested to see just how you're going to be, putting faith in yourself, trusting in yourself, and how you handle these situations. It's very important to become aware that these tests are the main priority right now that's going to be hit with this world and your continued awareness. I'm getting a little distracted from my kids, so but if someone's talking about a fear-based thing, like say maybe some bombs might hit a major city, or nuclear warfare, things of that nature can happen. And it's based upon this is going to be the test on how you're going to handle these situations. Are you going to handle these situations in a irrational manner, meaning are you going to be emotionally driven if these situations happen? And this is the test. And I've talked to some people that said it's natural to be sad if somebody if people pass away, or if things like 9/11 happened. Um, it can be true, but you have to expand beyond it. If you fall into the
Here, Daddy.
category.
I can't slide yet.
Okay, I have it. If you fall into the category of what they want you to do, you know, whether this stuff is staged or not, you know, that's not what I'm talking about right now. It's just, you know, whether it's staged or not, it doesn't matter. It's what is being portrayed and how is your energy and emotions being affected by it. You know, are you aware of what you are doing? You know, it's like, let's say your mother passed away, or your husband or wife, you know, passed away. You know, something happened to them and they died. You know, that's a very traumatic situation, you know, that happens to you. And in that moment, you have a choice on how you're going to act upon it. And many different people act in many different ways, you know, based upon, you know, your consciousness awareness, and, you know, based upon your learning experiences at that time. And you can act very irrationally, you know, and you can allow your emotions to take the best of you. Hence why, you know, people may take their life, or they may run away, they may become depressed, you know, so on and so forth, because they allowed their emotions to take control over them. And like I said, emotions are ego, and it's a whole different category compared to perception. You know, when you're in perception, you can view things as a whole, you know, without emotions attached to it. And, you know, that's where you learn to mature. Some people say, you know, mature or expand, you know. You're not allowing the emotions to take control of you. And this is pretty much what I just, you know, want to make you aware of, you know. How are you going to handle your emotions? There's something disastrous was to happen. So, you know, it's just something to become aware of. And, you know, something that you actually want to pay attention to. You know, if somebody, you know, there's so many things going on right now. So many people that are, you know, having visions and prophecies that, you know, you have to understand. Yep, go sit over there. Go sit at.
I got me in the shower.
Okay.
It's so hot.
But, you know,
Mika. Hi, I put my finger in the
kind of
house.
lost track here again.
My finger's in the house.
But, you know, you need to.
And my finger's in the house.
Okay. Alright, I totally lost track where I was. But anyways, yes, prophecies and people, you know, people telling you about prophecies and what can happen. Now, you have to become aware, you know, if you are having these visions and stuff, don't take it to heart that it's part of the physical realm, okay? Because like, I had a dream, okay? I had a dream this morning, or last night, whatever you want to call it, of tornadoes, right? And they were just, you know, destroying everything in its path. There's like 4 or 5 tornadoes. I was able to control one and stop one. It destroyed some houses, so on and so forth. We were running from, but I was also able to control them. But you know, you have to view it. You know, you have to view beyond it. You know, what does it represent for myself? You know, what does it represent for myself? And that's what these visions are. What does it represent for myself? Before you go and perceive that it is for the world as a whole. If that makes sense. And it's something that you have to explore upon. You know, just because you receive something does not mean that it's going to happen in this physical realm, because it can just be just for you. And, you know, that's something you have to become aware of. You know, fear is the ultimate thing that you need to allow to go into your being, explore upon it. Just same with darkness. You want to explore the darkness, because if you're all about the light and you don't explore the darkness, then you're limiting yourself and sheltering yourself. If you don't know the darkness, then you don't know your true being, and therefore you have limited yourself. And that's something you have to discover for yourself. But that's really pretty much about it. But yeah, fear is created to expand your consciousness awareness.
Your cat comes out. I open the door.
Hold on just a sec. Oh, see, my cat ran outside, so I gotta put it back inside. Alrighty. Lots of interruptions in this video. But, this allows you, to realize, you can't control your whole reality. You're going to have distractions. And it's how you handle the distractions. I could turn this video off and say, hey, it's not working, I'll make it later. But you can't really turn off reality in itself. And, that brings up a good point, too. You can't really turn off your reality. It continues on. So, if something bad or disastrous happens, you can't turn it off. So, therefore, this is where, how are you going to act on these things? Are you going to act irrationally with emotions? Or are you going to, are you going to explore your perception on things and explore why this is happening? Why this is happening? What am I learning from this situation? So, yeah, just, I highly encourage you to, view people's visions or prophecies in a different way. View it that it can happen, not will happen, but it can happen. Because, see, if you will it, if you say it will happen, then you're willing it into existence, so therefore it will happen. But if you say it can happen, then it is a possible reality. And then, depending on how many people will it into existence, can become a reality. So, it's two different things, and it also is based upon, realizing just how powerful the being you truly are. I think that's about it. You always want to look deeper inside, why there is, good and evil and so forth. And I was looking at the word fear, and you take off the S and you got ear. So, it's a hint that you really need to listen to everything. Well, stay away from the water. Get away from the water now. Fast, get away from the water. But, so listen. If there's something, that's fearful or gloom and doom, just listen. Don't put emotions into it. Just listen to that person. If these videos and things come, just pop up, just listen. Just listen and just observe. And that's really something that you can look at. Gives you new insight on things. So anyways, I think we'll go ahead and end that video. But yeah, just it's time to view fear and darkness in a whole different perception. you know, take it as a learning experience to expand your consciousness awareness, you know, to conquer irrational emotions and turn it into a perception, and turn it into, you know, how can I change this, you know, what is this, how does this affect me, and so on and so forth, you know. So then you have that mindset, you know, that you can just sit down and go, okay, how am I going to handle this, and why am I here, you know, things of that nature, because, you know, and natural disasters are going to happen a lot. I mean, we're going to have a lot more earthquakes, we're going to have horrible hurricanes and tidal waves. I know. My cat again. But you know, there's going to be lots of natural disasters that's going to take place. You know, it's just part of the earth rebirthing itself. So it's just something you got to become aware of. Just like where I live at, you know, there's tons of fires that are happening all over the place. Hence why it looks smoky and stuff. You know, there's just fires all over the place. And what I learned from a person watching YouTube is, you know, when things get set on fire, it actually germinates seeds, and it gets replanted back into the ground. And, you know, and then when it gets watered and from the sun, they grow back. So with all these fires that are going on, it's actually part of the rebirthing stage of this Mother Earth. So, you know, just become aware that these natural disasters are actually just part of the rebirth. So it's going to happen. And, you know, if you're in tune with Mother Nature, if you're in tune with the Universal Father, in tune with your ancestors, you know, universal ancestors, then they're going to prepare you and warn you about these natural disasters before they take place. So then you can decide on if you're going to remain where you're at, or yes, if you're going to remain where you're at, or if you're.
You've got dirty hands.
Go wash your hands. Go on,
They're
wash your
still
hands.
dirty.
Go wash.
Wash them.
You know. All right, I think it's time to end the video. But anyways, just view fear and not fear it. You know, look beyond emotions and just view it as it is. You know, it can happen. Don't will it. It's just it can happen. So yeah, it's good exercise for you. Like I said, it's ultimate test, and you know, it's just something to explore.
I got something.
Stop before you get hurt. Stop now. You're gonna fall off the course. Now quit.
Okay.
All right, that's it. Yeah, just view fear and understand it a lot more. Anyways, I love you all very much. And 13 love to y'all. Listen to Mother Earth. Listen to the Universal Father. You know, love and take care of everything. You know, love everything. You know, I mean, animals are here to give you unconditional love too. So, you know, there's nothing to fear, you know, just, you know, gotta look beyond it, you know, and just realize that fear is created. So, anyways, I'll end at that. 13 love, if you've got questions, let me know. Talk to you guys a little bit.